Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first live final of this ongoing tournament, the Cloud-based 16-man competition that has been happening for the whole of today, Sunday the 10th of February 2024. We are presented in front of our eyes with one of the biggest rivalries that Ugandan pool has ever had. The guy on table is Mansoor. His opponent is Ibra. They are racing to 7. Details, facts, statistics about the match, players' profiles, past meetings between the two coming up shortly. And if for any reason you were planning to sleep off before the conclusion of this match, please don't. You may have to sip some water, sip an energy drink, take a coffee, eat some popcorn, immerse your feet underwater, take a beer, take some tea. Make sure that stuff like this happens right in front of the eyes. This is not stuff that you should just find results in the early morning. Both of these two players are two of the greatest players that Uganda has ever seen. Ibra currently ranked 8th in Uganda, also formerly ranked first at one time, second, third and fourth. One of the best players of this generation, not just in the country of Uganda, but also in the East African region and indeed on the African continent. Born in Bokoto in a suburb of Kampala, started playing pool as a very young boy. Around the age of 10, he was already practicing how to play pool. Also, as a schoolboy, was training during his holidays at Mambole Sports Arena in Kalere, actually Bwaise, a Kampala slum. The place then became home to Mambule Pool Club, but he wasn't a player on that team for that time of 2013 because he was not yet of age, and yet that league that year was sponsored by Pilsner Lager, a beverage company, and he was a minor, not supposed to play. When Pilsner Lager got out of pool in 2015, he joined a team playing in the Senior Pool League for the very first time. That was the Captainite Pool Club, and already a good player who was only lacking playing time simply because of his age. He got straight onto the starting team of Captainite Pool Club alongside players like Kanyasa J. William, alongside players like Tumusime Robert, amongst others. Here he is playing the penalty shot before the black. Before we see him seemingly about to take a 1-0 lead. And there he is against the black, and he sinks it in. Ibra 1, Mansoor 0. Still profiling him further. Represented the Captainite for about 3 years, and by the year 2017 he had helped Captainite win its first Senior Pool League trophy. Not just a winner of a Pool League trophy for the first time, but also as top scorer of the Senior Pool League alongside Gomekiriza Alfred with joint scores as the best players in the league with 57 goals apiece. Proceeded as one of the top players, and in 2020, just after COVID, is when he rediscovered himself, made a claim to himself as the best player in the country when he invited all of the country of Uganda to no black handicap money matches, stake of their own, venue to be negotiated, and there he only excluded 4 players. There was a claim that it because Geoffrey Setumba was friend and teammate, also team captain when he played for Ntinda Giants, also Joseph Kasozi as his teammate. He also excluded Caesar Chandiga and Mansoor Wanika. For the rest of the players, he gave them no black money matches. He surprised everybody when he saw off almost all of them, besides Habib Sebogozi and Moronji Ivan. Otherwise, some of the opponents included senior players like Alfred Gomekeza Black Sheep, Alan Nsoboga, Isaac Sebofu, Ibrahim Kayanja, Amos Ndiagumanawe. As the no black money contest made him both respected and famous as a player who was handicapping almost an entire country with such a big offer. Among some of the players actually were stubborn enough to reject the handicap and instead played the full game, which also Ibra won. Some of them included Turije Jonah, also Amos Ndiagumane. After being defeated with no black handicap, he instead decided to rematch with the full game. Of course, he ended up losing the rematch as well at his own home, that is Pacify Hotel in Wakaliga. Towards the end of lockdown, he was signed up. Of course, that was the time when he was playing now for his new team, Ntinda Giants Pool Club, whom he also helped to win the league, by the way, winning 2 consecutive league titles with 2 different clubs. He was signed up as the second player to be signed up by Sharks Pool Club in the Zambian Pool League. And while there, he stayed in the country of Zambia for about a year. And he has the respect for having won 4 weekly comps in that country, and only returned at the end of 2022. The very first competition in which he participated was the Pool Association of Uganda King of the Table Championship at the end of that year, which he also won pretty convincingly after defeating Hazard Lukoma in the final. The next competition in which he participated was a 16-money competition that was organized at Dice Lounge. Again, he faced off Hazard in the final. A race to 16, he won that one 16-11. That was the beginning of his second stay in Uganda, as he was signed up by a new team called Mbale Polo Club, by the way, together with Mansoor, and the two of them helped that team win the 2023 National Pool League. Ibra is credited with winning 2 tournaments organized by the Polo Association of Uganda. Of course, as mentioned, the King of the Table Championship in 2022, but 6 years later, 6 years before, he had won his first ever tournament organized by PAO. That was the Christmas Cup 2016, and in between those 2 major tournaments, of course, he won a number of different other smaller tournaments, some of them double life, like this one. That one was the Kasubi annual double life 64-man competition, which he won and repeated 2020 as well as 2021, just before he set off to Zambia. Of course, the beginning of year comp in Masaka 2021, the Mango Championship, the Urban Arcade Championship, the Iple annual end of year competition, amongst others. He also became the first Ugandan to ever win a competition, a tournament outside Ugandan soil in 2019, when he won. It was actually at the end of 2019. It was the Matthew Ngolube Double Life Tournament that happened in Lusaka, Zambia, after defeating Victor Senyenza in the final. And of course, last year, 2023, he became also the second Ugandan to win an international tournament. That was the Grand Mchana Open, which he won at Mchana Pub and Grill in Nairobi. That was after defeating Saith from Tanzania in the final. Since then, he also reached the final of another major African comp, this double elimination comp organized at Billiards Cafe in Zambia. And the other tournament he has won since then was last week's midweek competition organized at Amigos in Kansanga. On that day, the victim was Ibrahim Kayanja in the final, which Ibra won 7-4. Here he is in the winners final again, just 1 week later, playing to reach the finals final. If he wins this match, he leads 1-0 and is poised to lead 2-0 because the game is in his favor. On the other table, Hazard is taking on Ian for the other final. There are 2 finals, remember. The final is very similar to the semi in a single life tournament. The overall final, or the winners final, is contested between the winners of the 2 finals. This is Ibra now leading 2-0. On the other hand, Bwanika Mansoor was born in the district of Masaka, Central Uganda. Also, as a very young boy, started playing pool as a trainee at KV Pool Club in Nyendo, Masaka. As early as 2015, he moved to Kampala, started training with Takers Pool Club in the slums of Katwe, also in Kampala City. By 2016, he was snatched up by a bigger club, realizing his talent, especially that swinging left hand of his, which made him sweep more senior players around. He was snatched up by CKI Pool Club and helped them to win a trophy for the first time in the Uganda Pool League, which was the club's knockout championship in 2017. The following year, he participated in the qualifiers of the National Open Championship. He tried to qualify in Ntungamo district, by the way, southwestern Uganda, and he qualified, of course, with flying colors. He then went to the Grand Carpet, the grand finale, and won that big tournament, that car competition, for the first time. He followed that one with 6 other tournaments organized by the Polo Association of Uganda, including the Kampala Open that year, the Grand Open Championship, the two Grand Open Championships that followed, that is including 2019 as well as 2021 during COVID. He also won the end of year, actually that time it was called the King of the Table Championship in 2022. He also won the end of year comp just late last year after defeating Lawrence Sengonge in the final. That made it a total of 7 tournaments organized by the Polo Association of Uganda that were won by Bwanika Mansoor, and this makes him only the 3rd player in the history of Ugandan pool to make it 7 tournaments won under the Polo Association of Uganda. The other 2 are Sula Matovu and Tureje Jona, all on 7 living legends of the game in this country. He was seeded first 2019, 2020, 21 as well as 23. 2019, 2020 as well as 2020. In 2021 it was Ibra being number 1 for 3 years in a spell of 4 years. He was also the first player to achieve that. He has only won 1 tournament outside Ugandan soil, a 64-man comp that was organized also at Mchana Pub and Grill. He won that one just over 1 year ago after defeating Joseph Kasozi in the final. The 2 players have faced off a number of times before. Yes, you can remember in the Iplay double life comp that was organized at Amigos in Kansanga about 4 years ago. That one was won by Ibra in the final, 7-5. The Mango Open final also won by Ibra in the final again, 7-6. Yes, a money match was organized, racing to 21, the first long race to 21, also in 2020 late that year. That big match that at the time was the most watched match ever in Africa, by the way, with about 700 people watching live at one time when it ended in a decider, and Ibra won it at the close of the year, 31st December 2021. As we entered 2022, the 2 players had a match, again a battle at KV Pool Arena in Nyendo, but a shortened race to 16. That one was won by Mansoor, 16-13. There was also a 3rd money match that was organized just a little over a year ago. This one was at Kasba in Kansanga. It also ended in a decider, and Ibra won it 21-20. Other times in which the 2 players have faced off. I remember another tournament that was organized at Kasba. It was around the Independence season last year. Independence Cup, that one was won by Mansoor. And yet, even the last 2 years, 2 times that the 2 players have faced off have ended in victories for Mansoor. A semi-final of a weekly comp like this one. Actually, it was a quarter-final. They were racing to 7. Mansoor won convincingly 7-2 at Laban's Arena in Namlanda. Also, the Polo Association of Uganda end of year comp, which Mansoor won. He defeated Ibra in the quarterfinals. After playing out 6-6, they went to speed pool penalties, in which Mansoor won on time, a difference of just 3 seconds. This is the 3rd time that they are facing off in a little over a month, and it is 2-0. It is Ibra in the lead. They are racing to 7 once again. Mansoor 0, Ibra 2. Live commentary proceeds shortly. Ibra is having his game intact so far. The way he has been queuing, especially the manner in which he dismissed Ian, who was himself having not a very good but an excellent tournament, and yet got outclassed by Ibra in the semi-finals, was quite amazing. Also, Mansoor, to reach this level, defeated Pacquiao, whom he sent packing. We shall next see Pacquiao in a money match on Tuesday at Dice Lounge. Good shooting from Ibra. He's seeming to take a 3-0 lead, which is exactly what he needs. He needs to win this match, not just for the money, but he needs to get the better of Mansoor, who has been getting the better of him the last 2 times these 2 guys have faced off. Sanabul and Najib, thank you for watching. You seem to be supporting Ibra. Bosolo Love says Ibra Sojemba is the Punisher Chims Kapila Chonga. You seem to be supporting Mansoor, while Machele Mash Lerato, thank you for watching as well. Ibra 3, Mansoor 0, race to 7 for a place in the overall final of this ongoing 16-man comp. Keep Korea Nixon, you say you want to have a money match with me? Shame on you. Ngonga Isaac, yes, you're supporting Mansoor. Kasim Sula, you are watching. You say you are from Florida, okay. Alpheus Modise, you are supporting Ibra from Botswana. Yare Sibidix Rahman, you call yourself Team Manimed. By the way, Ibra is nicknamed Mayweather. Got that nickname from his childhood idol, the legendary American boxer Floyd Mayweather, whose management team was called the Management Team, and indeed Ibra's management team here in Kampala is also called the Management Team. And shout outs to you, all the management team, especially Ibra's manager Zach. You must be watching from Roxbury, Chiwanga, Council Ngobi, and also Ibra's personal manager, who must be watching but under more pressure than most of you. That is none other than Mochuzi. That's why she's not commenting, because she is shivering. Ibra has actually not noticed which color he's playing. He was asking his opponent. Mbasolo Love, you say Ibra is the king of the game. Ratchet Angela Roger, watching from East London, welcome to the stream. Moilam 4, you are Team Ibra and you are watching from South Africa. Kelvin Itumeleng, Sesiane, USA, you are supporting Mansoor. Massimo Mase Ambrosini, you are saying when is the Kenyan compo? I'm waiting for some information from Fahad. He's cooking something in Kenya. If that something comes through, maybe I could also go to Nairobi, bring it to you. Yusuf and Ferry, you say it, your Team Ibra from Lusaka, Zambia. Macmillan, Constant Jones, you say your girlfriend is angry with you. You want me to say Hayakazi Cynthia, maybe it is her name, such that she smiled. Shout outs to you, Hayakazi Cynthia, and thank you for allowing your boyfriend to watch pool at this time instead of concentrating on you. Sorry about that last one. Mochongozi Damazo Tomlin, you're watching from Kanongo in Uganda. Hamani Power, you're supporting Mansoor from Zimbabwe. Yes, Hamani, please prepare for me my favorite drink, Mazo, purely Zim. Josh Trojans, you're supporting Ibra Thuso Budel. You are saying when is the next comp? Very soon, just 3-4 days. Yes, Bruce Mugabe, you need a battle between Ibra and Caesar now. Okay, Bruce, your point is noted. Josh Trojans, Bodeli Tuso, you are the one asking for when the next comp is. You are already having a comp now. You don't need to ask for a next comp, but there will be one on Thursday at Roxbury in Chiwanga, and on Sunday 16 players, many of them are the same, and maybe for the Sunday comp, maybe plus Caesar. It is 3-0 between Ibra and Mansoor, with Ibra in the lead. The race is 7. The prize is a place in the final of an ongoing 16-man comp here at Cloud Base, Kabalagala, Kampala. In the other match, Ian is taking on Hazard. The winners of both matches will be facing off in the overall final. There will be nobody taking positions number 1 and 2 after Ibra defeating Ian in the last match. Everyone has now tasted defeat. Chinyama Manongo watching from Kazungula, Zambia. Sam Blaze, thank you for the appreciation. Mbosolav, you say Ibra has more league trophies than others. Actually, he has been part of the winning team in the pool league for the last 3 league seasons. Even the time he was in Zambia, there was no league. In Uganda because of COVID. When he came back in the second round, he was part of the league winning team from Bali. Here he is now leading 4-0 Mansoor by his body language. Maybe he's starting to give in, but maybe not. There was a time when Ibra led 10-3 against Mansoor in a money match, racing to 21. That was a 7-game lead, and yet Mansoor was the first player to get to 18 games. Ibra, of course, later took the game to a decider and won, but what a comeback that Mansoor made. And of course, the two management teams of both players are kind of asking for a money match between the two guys. I think it is due. It was Mansoor who was delaying stuff because of not having management, and then things like not having good form. But of late, he has been playing fine enough to take on Ibra. And of course, he has defeated Ibra the last 2 times they've met. 7-2 and 6-6. Mansoor winning in penalties in the Laban's Arena Weekly Comp and the Pole Association of Uganda End of Year Comp respectively. Ibra this time breaks, but doesn't put a ball on the break. There is enough justification for Mansoor to choose any of the color of balls and play them. The reds and yellows are almost equally good, or equally bad, if you may say. Thank you guys in your hundreds for watching pool at this time of the night. Actually, by East African time, it is already Monday morning, and it's 50 hours away from Monday in all of Southern Africa. It's just past 9 p.m. in West Africa. These are the places where most of you watch these games. In Dubai and Abu Dhabi, it is just past midnight. Of course, other bigger sports events ongoing. Africa Cup of Nations final live at the same time, and yet hundreds are still tuned in watching pool. Very lovely. After this game, we shall immediately have the final, the overall final. Hazard is leading 2-1 against Ian in the other match. The winners will be facing off, like we already know. This one is Ibra trying to put red in the corner pocket using the white ball to open up the other red, which is done almost to perfection. Now he has 4 reds. A sequence of shots like this one is what many of these players normally do in their regular practice, as if those reds have been positioned by hand. He seems to play side spin on the red ball. Good effect on the white. He may play backspin, put both of the next reds in the same corner pocket. Accurate. As if he's listening to me. Now he will play top spin to put the 2 reds in those 2 corner pockets corresponding in the background. And this is exactly what Mansoor doesn't want to see happening. He's being out-cued, outplayed, outthought, outcompeted by a player who is shooting better. That's it, 5-0, race to 7. This could turn out to be the most thorough beating that Mansoor will ever get from Ibra, unless he does something about this and does it now. What is left to see is if Mansoor can win a series of consecutive games to try and bring himself back in this match. There's no doubt he has the capability, but whether or not he can do it is very, very, very questionable, especially given how well Ibra is queuing today. Not a bad shot, but a little bit tricky for Mansoor to play and avoid himself getting snookered. If he is to pot the black comfortably, he needs to put it in that center pocket where it is nearby. He will play top spin on the white ball, actually plays the opposite shot, and at least is not snookered, has options. Maybe the best of them is to the corner pocket left background of your screen, he also has an option to have a sharp cut on it and try to put it in the center pocket, as if it's what is exactly he's trying to do, and does it perfectly. Ibra 5, Mansoor 1.
Two teams that have one in the fourth.
That one will go down as a foul by Ibra, and a seeming opportunity by Mansoor to pull another one back. Is the comeback on? He puts Ibra's yellow to ensure he is only left with one ball on the table, which is good enough if you can't finish your snooker. And what a shot this one is. White ball bouncing off 3 cushions, well guided in terms of direction and in terms of managing energy. Mansoor 2, Ibra 5. The way Mansoor has been queuing for the last two games, this one being the third, it is like the comeback is on. He will have to move the white ball almost the entire length of the table to a point where his hand is now. That is where he wants the white ball, so that he can put that black ball in the center. What skill will he use? Very, 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 very good backspin. Very good shooting. And he made it look so simple, like a very simple tap of the cue ball. But what a level of accuracy. Mansoor 3, Ibra 5. That seems to me like a foul. Yes, it is. Both players are in agreement. No ball touched the cushion. Mansoor has played 3 games so well and has actually played Ibra out of confidence. He has just used the free shot to free his one only bad ball. The rest looks like an ordinary clearance. 2 players of this level.